So guys, with the plummeting economy, we all need to literally start getting our creative juices flowing and adding value with our skills. Because literally, if we don't do that, we're not going to survive this. I mean, unless you're like born into privilege, or you're making 6 7 figures because you work for like some top like organization up there, or you're a CEO or some multinational, or maybe you work for the government or whatever. You're making top dollar. You're making good money. But for most of us, regular normal people, entrepreneurs or whatever, that's just not the case. And that's why we have to get these juices flowing. But that's okay. That's where I come in. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jenna Diaries, and as you guessed it, I am Jenna. If you haven't been here before, please feel free to like, subscribe, and join the Diaries. So today I'm just drinking a little like lemon water with honey because I have been fighting. Yes, it's the same flu from the last video if you were here. It's the same flu. I have been fighting this flu because the weather is so dry. I mean, we're doing the humidifiers, we're drinking the teas, but I don't know. This one is really stubborn. Anyway, today we're actually talking about creativity and how to boost your creativity, bring it back, especially if you're like going through like some kind of rot. Because I have been going through it, if you haven't noticed, but I've been going through like some kind of creative blocks, or my creative juices have just kind of been dwindling. And yeah, I just felt like making a video because I'm making a comeback. I'm making a comeback, and I wanted to carry you guys along on this comeback and tell you guys how I am actually doing that myself. First things first, I want to kind of debunk the whole thing about there's like a specific group of people that can be creative. Maybe you were born creative, or you have this creative thing about you. No, I think everybody has some kind of creativity. I just feel like as long as we are made of like from God, because all of us are made in the image and likeness of God, and God is a creative being, so therefore we are creative. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like we are creative, and I just wanted to put it out there that it doesn't matter, like maybe you're in tech, or you work as an accountant, or whatever serious position that you are working as, you have that ability to be creative, in your own space of life or whatever. All right, as you can see, I am again filming in my parents' living room. Yeah, homebound again. But yeah, I just wanted to like get into this video. I am still getting used to this new setup right here, but yeah, I'm not hating it, looking good. All right, so I have my little notes here as per usual, so in case you see me like looking that way, it's because I'm trying to get all the points, guys. So recently I've been trying to find my own creativity. I've kind of been struggling, and if you watch my last video, like I said, there was a lot of changes that happened in my life, and for me that was kind of part of what kind of threw me out of balance, out of whack with my creativity. Just changes in schedule, just all these different changes, and just not having like the right kind of gear and being in that like right environment. And then on the side, I also feel like I was kind of surrounded by certain people that were kind of taking my creativity. You got to be mindful of those things, because I feel like some people just like suck your creative juices out of you. And I feel like that was also happening. Like it was kind of just I felt like I was just expelling, but I wasn't feeling creative, so yeah, that's basically my story, why I have been having a creative block, and yeah, I mean, if you're interested in what I've been up to, you can watch my last vlog, and well, not a vlog, just chit chat video like this, and find out what's been going on with me. So with that being said, I think it's important to know what has been causing your creativity. So creative block. So I kind of wrote down a few things that could potentially be causing your creative blocks, or like your juices, or just that whole lack of inspiration that you are probably feeling. If not, you won't be here watching this video. And find out what is actually causing that. So number one is actually stress and burnout. I feel like generally, if you're feeling like super overwhelmed or exhausted, like that can definitely stifle your creativity. You know, when your mind is like constantly preoccupied with like stress or different type of thoughts and everything. So yeah, if you're constantly stressed, constantly burnt out, and trust me, this country can do that to you. Maybe be feeling like burnt out and like you won't even have the space to feel creative, you know. Secondly, there's the routine and monotony, you know, in your schedule. For example, you're constantly planning. You want everything. You're doing the time blocks, you know, all these things that people are talking about and all of that atomic habit stuff. It's great. It's great. It's great to want to be organized and, you know, have a flow and have a system. But like, don't now put yourself in this box and then you literally can't do anything other than what is written down in your super planned schedule. It just makes things very rigid and, you know, without opportunities for like novelty and exploration, creative thinking can decline. Yeah, you know, you just need some spontaneity in your life. You need some adventure. So being in the same patterns can definitely cause a lack of inspiration, you know. So I just thought to mention that as well. I have the triple threat of why you might be feeling a creative block. That is the fear of failure, perfectionism, and negative self-talk. I call this triple threat because they usually come together, like they usually come for you like so the fear of failure, perfectionism, and negative self-talk, that means fear of failure, you're constantly like afraid of something, like, oh my god, how is it going to turn out? I'm not going to be good at this, you know. But the truth is, if you don't start, you wouldn't even know if you were ever good or you were bad at something. You have to start. You have to put it out there. And like, really, I feel like my entire YouTube experience has just been about that, because like I was constantly second guessing myself. I constantly wanted to have the right aesthetics and all of that. But I don't know. I just felt like, you know what? Whip out the camera. This is your authentic self. Like, this is where I grew up. As much as I have my own personal aesthetics, this is the aesthetic that brought me up. Okay, so yeah, just perfectionism, and then there's the negative self-talk. Like, don't beat yourself down. Like, you know, we are the number one people that are constantly hard on ourselves. So I feel like it's important to just try to boost you could say bad things to yourself, but you could also say positive things to yourself. So I think, you know, why not say the good things and just see what happens and where that leads to. Some two other factors are like environmental factors. Like for me, my environment is very big on like impacting my creative juices. Like first, if I'm in a place and I feel uninspired or it's just not speaking me, like I need to have my own personal touch, like maybe some flowers or, you know, whatever, or even just wearing your own clothes, things that make you feel comfortable in your skin. Like if I'm not in that like headspace or environmental space, or you're in a space that's too noisy, or you lack access to like certain resources, you know, it does stifle your creativity as well. Like maybe you want to paint and they just take the light. I mean, I do feel like you can always work around these things, you know, like you can go outside, paint under the, you know, natural light or something, because like right now there isn't electricity. If you live in Nigeria, you know there's been a power outage. I'm just sitting right in front of our door our front door and recording this video. So yeah, I feel like you can always work around these things, you know. So anywho, addressing these factors through techniques such as mindfulness, seeking diverse experiences, setting realistic expectations for yourselves, and embracing imperfection, breaking routines, and fostering a supportive environment can help overcome your creative blocks and boost your creativity. All right, now that I've gotten that out of the way, like the things that cause creative blocks, let's get into the things that actually can help you bounce back. Okay, let's talk about the bounce back, because yeah, I mean, there's the creative block and then there's the things that you can do to actually help. So number one, figuring out what was not right. I need to take some time for myself and just kind of do some deep diving and introspection and actually look back, like what has been going on. And that's, like I said, when I realized, like, yes, obviously the changes were one thing, but I was like, there's more to this. I was also just around people that was just not giving me the vibes. You know, they were not like giving me inspiration. And I'd like to also advise like doing practices like meditation in this period, you know, deep breathing, and just simply journaling. I journaled a whole lot in this period because like I had to like really like write down what's been going on. And I'm one that journals a lot. Hello, where the name of my channel is Jenna Diaries. So I have to journal a lot, but like, you know, this time I really needed to like ask questions to myself, like be brutally honest, like what's been going on, how have I been feeling? And yeah, I feel like that really helped me, you know, really get to the root of what was going on. And this way, it was like the first step for me. It was like the first step, like clearing my mind and just, yeah, breathing and working through that. Secondly, eating right, okay? I've been trying, speaking of eating, I need to drink some water. Guys, I've been drinking smoothies and like, I mean, since I got here, my mom's making all these smoothies and they are helping me. Like, I don't know, it's like I feel juice actually opens parts of your brain. So please try to incorporate fruits in your diet. I don't know about anything else, but I just know that the fruits, the pineapples, the pawpaws, the watermelons, they be helping. All right, I mean, we're calling it creative juices for a reason. You know, you need fruit to make juice. So what am I saying? These fruits have, you know, vitamins and things that will actually help boost your energy throughout the day. Because another thing that could be causing your lack of creativity is lethargy, you know. So yeah, that's another thing that could be causing it. And you just need to eat right. Even if you're not eating, like changing your entire diet, just incorporate fruits into what you're already eating right now. You know, if you want a diet video, that will be a different video. But for now, I just want you to slice up some mangoes and eat from day to day, okay? My next point is listening to uplifting music, okay? So last year, Spotify did this like warp thing, and I think I got like the vampire, which means I like soul-sapping music. Soul-sucking music. Oh, the light's back. So this year, I decided to start like kind of listening to like more uplifting, you know, music, just stuff that makes me feel happier, you know, more upbeat stuff. I feel like it's not like I listen to like depressing music. It just happens that most of my music happened to have like some kind of melancholy. It didn't matter if it was like spiritual or, you know, classical. It just happened to have like that kind of moody aesthetic. So I feel like listening to more uplifting stuff has really been helpful. And yeah, there's so much that you can actually tap in from. So just a moment, I have to switch off that fan because it's actually really loud. Okay, so let's continue. Another point is engage in different diverse experiences. What am I saying? Exposure to new cultures, hobbies, art forms, perspectives can all be so fresh, you know, and they can just spark new and exciting ideas. There's something I missed that I really wanted to go for because I wasn't in town, is the enemy's breath. I think I'll put some clips I saw online of it, and I was like, gosh, you know, that just looks so inspiring. I feel like if I went for something like that, I would feel literally transfixed into like a different world, you know. And that's just something that was happening here. So I would advise that maybe from time to time, like just check your, I don't know, Facebook or Instagram forums, because like their pages, if I can put the ones in my city over here, or like I'll leave links below, but their pages you can actually follow that will show you like different events or activities that are happening in your city that are, you know, just more in tune with like art, culture, community, and, you know, just see what you can plug into and just tap some creativity from there. I recently went to this place called A Condo Life. I went to see my friend there, and it was just such a breath of fresh air. Like, I was like, this place right here in this city, and I've never been here. It's like kind of like an outdoor I don't know, I've shown you Sync Hub. It's like an outdoor creative hub. So it was really nice, you know, and just seeing the things that they're doing there with like clay, it was just really inspiring and made me want to kind of create something. So yeah, I feel like try to tap into like some of those events or just experience new things. If you can travel, buy a ticket, go somewhere new. because personally I always feel like that is like one sure way to get inspired, like just traveling, going to somewhere new, taking in some new cultural experiences from somewhere else. So yeah. Next is creative play. And what do I mean by creative play is activities like doodling, brainstorming, improvisation. Like, if you go for a little improv class, it's something I wonder why no one has started here. I could start it, but I don't have any like background in drama. But I could be there like cheerleading and all of that and giving like storylines, because I do have a lot of ideas that way. But yeah, just try to find like a creative hobby that can help you loosen up your mind, generate new ideas. I have been playing like video games a lot. Well, not video games on my tab. I'll call them video games. So I've been playing video games a lot, and it's been really interesting, really entertaining. It's been a while since I did that, and I used to game a lot as a kid. Well, like, not a lot compared to my sister, but I used to game like I was a gamer, I liked like the Crash Bandicoots and all of that. So you should kind of find like a creative hobby, like just for play, not like you want to be an expert at it. Maybe doodling, painting, I don't know what it is, or video gaming, because these things they help you like decompress, and that decompressing is really key for like a creative person to really like open your mind, like kind of filter off all the noise and open your mind for something new and fresh ideas. So my next point is change your environment. All right. So yeah, if you're in an environment that, like I said, is really noisy, or you're just not getting the vibes, or maybe the people in that environment are just kind of sucking your energy, and then you have to change your environment. You literally have to like get out of that space, all right, and like find somewhere else where you can like thrive. Maybe it's like your home and you can't actually just like leave home, but you can try to work from different like locations, maybe like a cafe or something, or maybe just find some quiet spots, just find somewhere new that you can just kind of put together as your own little creative workspace in the world. I remember when I used to film outside, because like that was just where I could find like my own spot, so you could also do that as well. And lastly, I know this may not seem like it might seem like a counterproductive point, but try to embrace failure. View mistakes as learning opportunities rather than setbacks. Failure can be a valuable part of the creative process. Don't be afraid to keep experimenting. Don't be afraid to try new approaches, techniques, or mediums. Experimentation can lead to unexpected breakthroughs. Yes, experimentation can lead to unexpected breakthroughs. So maybe you're an artist, maybe you're a content creator, and you've been doing things one way, but then you can try things a little differently. Like, I decided one of my products, I'm going to make something new this year. If I've already done it, I'll probably put a picture here for my cookies brand. I've just been thinking like, because I've been making the same things, but I had this new idea of this new product I really want to try. And I was like passing down the road and I saw strawberries, and I was like, strawberries are actually really good for your skin. Why haven't I ever like thought of making something with strawberries for your, that's a little hint right there, but I will tell you guys more about it maybe in the next video. But yeah, try to use new mediums as well. Like, I feel like my editing style has kind of switched up a little bit, but yeah, it's just trying new things and seeing where that takes you, I think that's where I will end this video. I think that where I'll stop right here so that I don't say too much. I feel like this is already a really long video, and if you made it this far, child, you're an OG. Okay. So I'd really love to know what are some of the things that help you guys get your own creative juices flowing, and if you've ever kind of experienced like this kind of creative block, what you did to help you get out of it. Please share in the comments. Let's discourse. All right, don't forget again to like, subscribe, join the diaries, share to a friend. Just something to note again, I have like my little notes that I always leave at the end. Creativity isn't something for a select few. God in his nature is a creative being, and since we are made to be like God, we are creative beings too. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, it doesn't matter where you're from, or what you do, or whatever. You are a creative being, so it's somewhere there, right inside of you. All right, okay guys, so I'm gonna end it here. I wish you guys a lovely day or evening ahead, whatever. And thank you so much for spending time with me and enjoying my little corner in the internet. Hit that subscribe button and see you next time. Goodbye.